What's up, guys? My name is Wolf, and we're coming to you live today because right now we're giving birth to a movement, and the name of this movement is Follow the Wolf. Now, we're gonna dive a lot deeper into what it is that this movement is about and what the wolf really stands for, but today we're just gonna create a little context, just scratch the surface a little bit, because what we're up to is empowering our youth, empowering our young people. I mean, really people at large, but right now we're really focusing on empowering our youth to see and know their potential, to unleash the power that is within them, and to encourage and inspire them to create a life that truly leaves them feeling alive. Now, one of the pieces of this movement, one of the principal values and foundations that we want to create this movement on top of is being radically honest, being open and being authentic with people, and doing so in a way that is truthfully vulnerable. And a lot of us cringe when we hear that word vulnerability, because it's like that, being seen as you are, like that naked self, not literally as much as metaphorically, being seen as we are, because it's a little nerving, it's a little unnerving, a little I don't know how I feel about that. And in a world where we don't see a lot of that, especially on social media online, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever it is, all we oftentimes see are people's highlight reels, right? You probably even mine to a certain extent, right? But on these platforms, we see how happy everything is, and look at this beach, and look at my food, and look at how happy we're smiling, we're laughing, we're having a good time. And that is an important piece of our lives, right? Having those uplifting, inspiring, encouraging moments. And at the same time, I think that it's a very distorted reality of what it is to be human in this time more than ever, right? Because what we see on people's Instagrams and everything else, it's really just a small piece of the reality that's behind the scenes. And that's what we want to give and share more light to, acknowledging that we're not always in a euphoric, happy place all the time. Sometimes we're sad. Sometimes we're depressed, we're angry. Sometimes you just want to punch a wall, or you just want to cry your eyes out, and just makeup's going everywhere, whatever it is. Sometimes we're not the most ideal version of ourselves, and we really want to show people that it doesn't matter where you are on the spectrum. All of it's good. All of it's exactly where you're supposed to be, and we can absolutely change our circumstances at any given point in time the second that we decide. Now, part of these open, honest, and vulnerable conversations, I'm just gonna let it start with me, because I've been intending on shooting videos and putting out content on YouTube and things alike for a while now. A buddy of mine a while back was like, hey man, you should totally start a YouTube channel. You could bring a crap ton of value to people and really have an inspiring message. And for me, being someone who's talked about, since beyond high school, about wanting to be a motivational speaker and to share a message and tools that could really empower the person where they're at to take it to the next level in their life. For someone like me that really wanted that, I've been deathly afraid of doing these videos, right? Because we had that conversation some 4 years ago, and I'm only just now stepping up to the plate and taking my at bat because of my own fears, insecurities, and perceived inadequacies, right? One of my biggest prime directive fears has been wanting to be liked and accepted by others for as long as I can remember. My fear of getting it wrong, or tripping and falling, metaphorically speaking, tripping and falling on my face, right in front of everybody, messing up, or wanting to get it right, the perfectionist in me. I've probably shot this video a few times, and even though this is a one take, I really want to do these things in one take, because if I trip and fumble on my words, or if I mess up, I want it to be shown, because that's that spectrum. It doesn't always look perfect. You don't always have the perfect lighting or the perfect sound. Life isn't like that. And for me, one of the biggest running fears and limiting beliefs that I had running in the background, and why I didn't shoot this video, is because of my fear of putting out something that the person on the receiving end might trigger them, or maybe they receive it the wrong way, and it leaves them angry, sad, disempowered in some way. And I never wanted to be the person who did that. And what I realized was that fear, those worries, were keeping me from being able to get this message out into the world that I believe can serve so many, right? I was withholding the possibility of impacting someone's life in a positive way. And when I realized that, I just decided, you know what, like, if I say something or I do something that triggers somebody, I'm willing to step up. I'm willing to clean it up. I'm willing to create context if context is needed. I'm willing to address what I said if it was wrong or if it was incomplete and it left that person disempowered. Like, I'm willing to do that because what we're committed to is so much more. And wherever you're at, like, I just really want to acknowledge and appreciate you for listening to this, whether it was 1 second, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, like any amount of time that you took out of your day personally to listen to this message. I want to thank you. And if this left you with value or left you with anything, like, leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs down, leave a comment, like, hit the subscribe button, like, whatever it is. If you didn't like it, let us know. Like, if you like this or you think that we should add this or take this away, like, leave it all there, because we want to continually focus on how we can be better, how we can improve. And once again, just thank you so much for your time. And don't forget to follow the wolf. How?